everybody, and welcome to another episode of Caching with CAJrrman. I'm out here in an interesting area up in the mountains of Colorado, and I'm going to hide some caches today, 4 of them to be exact. This is the first one. It's called Stan, Ollie, and Finn. And to top it off, my latest trail mix cache, Trail Mix Gold, number 41, to be named in a little bit. It'll probably be called Raleigh Peak Road because that's the area where I am right now. I've ridden my bicycle up here. I still have a ways to go. One of them I'm going to hide nearby where I'm standing right now. Let's go find a good spot. So I found a good place to hide Stan. You know, Stan and Ollie, Laurel and Hardy. In this case, Stan Laurel. This cache is called Stan. I found a little cubby hole for it. Right in there. One more rock completes the hide. Maybe I'll find one more rock for it, just to cover it slightly better. I almost forgot. I have 2 geocoin proxies I'm going to put into this cache. Here's the first one. Here's the other. They're proxies of my own coins. I keep them in my own collection, but let the proxies go for whoever gets to find it. Hopefully these will travel wide and far. All safe and sound. Now I'll log a waypoint and we'll head on to our next destination to hide one of these other caches. Stay tuned. Well, I've come to the spot. The spot for this nice large cache, Trail Mix, number 41 Gold. It's going to go right where I am by this nice view. It'd be a whole lot nicer if it wasn't for all the smoke, of course. It's going to go right under this tree here. Right under there. I'll have to cover it up with some branches, I think. Usually I put rocks on top, but this time it's going to be branches, and there are plenty of them to select from. That looks better. Now to hike back to the bicycle. Way up there somewhere. Well, I rode my bike quite a ways up the Raleigh Peak Road, maybe 4 miles, and then another half a mile up to this location known as Chair Rocks. There's it's a really fascinating and wonderful rock formation. Some people call it Chairs of the Gods. You can imagine huge, giant people sitting on these chairs that are made out of rocks. I'm going to make my way back towards the car now. I still have 2 more caches to hide, and they're going to be hidden along the Colorado Trail somewhere. So it's a different route back, more of a single track instead of a road. Should be a nice ride back. I'm looking forward to it. Here's a good look at the Chair Rocks. Well, I've come to a pretty good spot for a cache, I think. It's a splendid view here despite the smoke. Quite the rock garden back there. And this rock somewhere is where I'm going to hide the cache. This cache is called Finn, named after James Finlayson, one of the characters in the Laurel and Hardy movies. He was in many of them. He was the bald fellow who predated the Simpsons by a long way. Homer Simpson and his "bull" was modeled after this James Finlayson character. Well, I decided I didn't like that rock after all. I moved down the trail about 100 feet, and there's lots of little rocks. I'm going to make a little rock cairn for my little cache, and it still has a wonderful view. We'll start like this. 1 rock. 2 rock. 3 rock. 4 rock. 5 rock. Nicely done, I think. I like it. Well, I have one more cache to hide, and that's Ollie. And it's a little bit farther down the trail here, on the way back to the car where I started this adventure. Well, I've come to a good little spot to hide my last cache of the day, Ollie, named after Oliver Hardy, Laurel and Hardy. There's some nice rock formations right here. I'm going to see if I can find a good spot to put this guy. Maybe over here, maybe over there, or maybe back there a ways. I think I found a place for Ollie. Let's see if he'll fit under here. Yes, all I need is a rock or two to put in front of it. All I needed is another rock. So I found one that doesn't quite go with the rocks that are already there. So that will be the clue on this cache. Plus it's by this fallen tree here and a dead one right next to it. So I've hidden my 4 caches. So Stan, Ollie, Finn, and what was the other one? Oh yes, trail mix number 41. We'll see how long they take to get published. It's a beautiful day today despite the smoke. Very nice temperature, maybe around 72. Tomorrow it's going to snow, believe it or not. Day after Labor Day, it's going to be below freezing, and we could get multiple inches of snow. Well, thanks for joining me on this episode of Caching with CAJrrman. I'm going to get on my bicycle now, head back to the car. It's another couple of miles back, and then I'll be heading home to record these caches and get them activated. So, until next time, see you somewhere down the trail. So long, everybody. Take care.